This is Patricia Cori. I'm coming to you with a short but probing red pill report. Now, my subject today is the Satanists, what they want, what they don't want, and what we can do about that. And so we kind of know what they want. They want everything. They want suffering and pain and darkness. They want your babies, and they're taking them. They want all the money. They want adrenochrome. They want terror. But most of all, because we know that, they want us to be disconnected from the God source. They want no enlightenment on this earth. They want no love. They want no higher consciousness. They want your pineal gland completely deactivated. And so that's what I assume that a lot of us already know what I'm talking about, but it doesn't matter if we already know it, because there's nothing worse than thinking you already know something, so you're not willing to hear any more about it. And then there are the people that don't know about it yet. So let's talk pineal gland, right? Decades they've been putting fluoride in the water. And I've been screaming about it for decades as well. And, got some flack about that back in the day when people said, you need fluoride to keep those cavities away. And they're still selling. You've got to really work at finding toothpaste with no fluoride in it still today. So that means that not too many people get this. Not too many people get the fact that putting fluoride all over your teeth, in the head, in the cranium, we're talking right to the brain. That's why it's so dangerous when you get an infection in the face, in the eyes, throat, because it goes right to the brain. All right? So that, think they don't know that? The excuse, the con, the bullshit that you keep hearing is that it's so that it can keep cavities away, but tests have shown that it has, in fact, no or worse effect on cavities. It's a con. It's a screen. It is a lie. So, I've got to be careful, of course, because if I start talking medical, I will get, at the very best, yanked from media and, who knows what else. So all I'm saying is I am not a medical professional and I don't make any medical claims, but damn it, try no fluoride toothpaste. Question your authorities. Here where I am, I did that. We don't have fluoride in the water. A lot of places in Europe still don't have fluoride in the water. Do you? Do you know about it? If you're drinking it, don't you think you should know about it? Have you questioned? Do you ever question your health officials, City Hall, the people that are affecting your life? Find out what's in your water. You can get this information. And, I'm screaming all the time about water purification units. And, I have screamed and yelled about the wonderful Berkey, which I have. I have a travel Berkey and I have a kitchen Berkey. And even though I don't have fluoride in the water, but the Berkey comes with extraordinarily strong filters out just about everything. And you can also buy an additional fluoride filter if you've got fluoride in your water. But, my concern here is that you understand that fluoride collects like a powder around the pineal gland and encases the pineal gland with this residue, toxic residue. And, gee whiz, you suppose that's on purpose? It is. So a lot of information has been made available to us from people that are doing autopsies, medical professionals who say they see powdery fluoride residue on the pineal gland. That is deliberate. Well, we can call it an accident if you prefer, but nonetheless it's there. So you need to get fluoride out of your body. Eliminate anything that brings fluoride into your body and start looking at what you're taking in, and start with the water. If you have fluoride in your water, you can fix it with filtration. If you don't do anything about it, just understand that is part of the reason why you are not achieving states of enlightenment that you require or desire. Because they want your pineal gland to be shut down. And when I say they, I'm talking about the powers that be, the satanic cabal. The group, okay? They want disconnected, disempowered, unenlightened, heartless humans walking around the planet. And that brings up the next question, which is, so it's about this test for the health condition that I speak of repeatedly. The one that's got it's about 4 or 5 inches of a super large Q-tip that they put all the way back. A person that I know who's a nurse said it goes all the way back almost behind the eye. Gee, let's see, what could be there that they're trying to reach or get close to without sticking something right through your brain? Oh my, could it be the pineal gland? And when you've got pure information about these tests coming back positive for people that they line up for the test, they sign up for the test, they get tired of waiting to take the test, they go home, they get an email or a message 2 weeks later that they proved positive for the condition, but they never took the test. The question is, really, when are we going to start asking, how bad is this test? Is this the real Trojan horse? Is it the test and not the vax? Why is it so important to be testing millions and millions and millions of people? What is in that test? Are there nanos in the end of that Q-tip? I just can't help. I admit that I'm a little bit suspicious when it comes to this group of unsavories. But it seems like, I wonder if we're all being misdirected to fear. I'm talking about we, the at least questioning people. I won't even say we, the awakened people. Let's talk about at least questioning the vax. At least questioning what's going on. Are we being directed to look at that and put our fear, concern, anxiety into that? I don't answer it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to take it. And yet allowing this test to go into your sinus cavity all the way to almost behind your eye. What's being sent in there? I'm very, very convinced there's more to this. If this is such an absolutely contagious, life-destroying virus, why do they have to go all the way back to the back of your sinus cavity to pick up a sample? Why can't they just get it from in other words, you can get it from me if I cough on you, but they can't get it on a swab if they just stick it in your throat, stick it in your mouth. Why is nobody asking what's wrong with this picture? Well, the answer is yes, there are people that are asking, but we need more people asking before you allow this fear to take you to the place where they're going to stick this thing into the back here and the pineal glands here, and what is being projected there and what is being emitted from that swab. I just don't believe for a minute that it's innocuous. I want to understand. Somebody tell us why it's not good enough to take it out of your mouth, the saliva. If this is such an infectious thing, it's in the saliva. That's why you're telling us we have to wear masks. Well, you're telling us one day, and then the next day you're saying they don't help. Then the next day you're telling us we have to wear goggles too, because why? Oh, because the whatever it is that travels through the saliva but doesn't have it could also end up in your eyes. Now they're testing ears. Apparently it can come into your ears too. It's in your breadbasket. Oh my God. It's hiding behind the door. It's in your sheets, in the dishwasher, everywhere. In the sink, in the water. There's got to be a song for this. Yeah, where was I? Okay, so they're encasing when they can, and I'm saying when they can, it's like most of the world, with fluoridated water and dental toothpaste, filling you up with fluoride right there, and filling you up with fluoride in your drinking water, which means everything that you cook with also has it. You know the drill. It's like, find out about it and stop allowing fluoride in your body, guys. All right, then there's the probe, the swab going into the back of your head. And then there's the latest toy, which is the gun thermometer that they stick and point right at your third eye and zap you with the excuse of taking your temperature. And people are lining up. going for it. And to that I say, number one, who is the goon who is shooting that? I mean, you've got a guy in front of a grocery store who works for the store who is standing there zapping people with this gun. Do you have a medical license? Why is anybody allowing a non-authorized, not that I'm going to let an authorized person do it either, individual take my temperature for starters? What kind of medical Gestapo tactic is that? It's not going to happen on my watch. Not this girl. Ain't going to happen. But for sure, if you come back with the thing of, well, then I can't go shopping and I can't go out of my house. I can't. Yeah, tell them to take it somewhere else. If you are not able to stand up to this tyranny, this absolute abuse of everything, then just stick your wrist out and say, take it here. But I'll tell you what, folks. If we're going to adhere to these tactics now, there are going to be so much worse on the way. It is time to say no. No, I'm not going to allow fluoride in my drinking water. I can prevent that. Talk to the officials. Stand up, for God's sakes. At this point, the message is constantly wake up, wake up, wake up. Well, my message is stand up, stand up, stand up. I use non-fluoridated dental toothpaste, which is available everywhere if you look for it, health food stores. Funny too, because I went into a health food store in London and they had a brand that I won't mention that sells non-fluoridated, and they had a fluoridated version. And I said to the clerk, how kind of health food store are you if you're selling fluoridated dental toothpaste? She said, some people want it. I said, some people are crazy. Health food store clients shouldn't be asking for fluoridated toothpaste, but whatever. It's not my place to judge anybody else, just to inform. All right, so remember, if it's enlightenment that you're looking for, fluoride has to go. And it should have been gone a long, long time ago. And another thing is allowing the swab into the deep recesses of your sinuses, which I just think they're putting something in there and nobody's going to convince me of it otherwise. And that's why I canceled my 2 sacred journeys this summer. Aside from the fact that we have the difficulties of flying, I just refuse to allow that thing to go in my nose. I think we need to be just as concerned about that as we are about the vax. And finally, and not finally, but finally for this little quick moment of, it's a kind of a blend between a moment of Zen and the Red Pill Report, because both of them have elements that respond to this information. And finally, don't just stand there and let them shoot. The fact that it's a gun, I mean, God, guys, seriously. A gun thermometer. Gee, I wonder if that means anything. And just standing there like obedient slaves and letting them zap you with it is the absolute statement of submission. Total submission to the dark force. So, yeah, personally, if I go somewhere and they say that they have to take my temperature, I will walk away. And if it becomes so ubiquitous that I can't get food or whatever, if I don't, then they're going to have to take it out of my wrist. But nobody's going to stick a gun at my third eye. Not Pat Cori, not this girl, not this lifetime. So stand up. You think you're awake, so you've woken up, but now you've got to stand up. Can you do that? Because they're after your third eye, baby. Oh, and they're after your babies too, but we already know that. All right, guys, that's I like to give you these little tweaks to think about and to take action on. And I'll have more on this soon. This is Patricia Cori.